Hello, you are watching Bloomberg Businessweek Việt Nam and a series of interview with experts and leaders at Vietnam Investment Summit 2024. And we are now sitting and talking to Mr. Michael Hưng Nguyễn, Deputy CEO of Masan Group. So the first question I would like to ask, curious a little bit about your morning routine, how you to start a day.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's an honor and a pleasure. In terms of getting ready for the day, I normally try to get into the office by 9 o'clock, check my emails, don't have breakfast.
No, you skip
but
breakfast.
I have to have my coffee. And, it's, on a typical day, would be meeting with various members of my team. I run the strategy and development function at the group. We are responsible for partnerships and M&A, capital allocation, and some strategy, working closely with our subsidiaries. As a strategy development function, also, we need to work with other parts of our organization, different functions like finance, legal, IR, PR, etc. And so, yeah, it keeps me busy, and try to end the day by 7 or 8 o'clock so that I can still be a family man.
Is it any special reason or just because you are so busy so that you skip your breakfast?
I'm just trying to make sure I remain a certain weight. That's it.
All right. So you're checking emails and you're checking news when you start your day. So any highlight news or breaking news today that catch your attention?
Well, not necessarily today, but yesterday, I think what happened in Korea was a big surprise. The day before, what's going on in Syria is a big surprise. The market is also watching very closely how the Trump administration, the transition is going. So I think what happens in America will certainly impact Vietnam. And so overall, the news and the geopolitical situation is pretty unpredictable these days. But if you ask me about Vietnam and the news I follow, I would say that going into the year, the end of the year, lots of positive information. Macro information is very supportive. Business news in terms of corporate earnings, business travelers, just the retail landscape in general. I would say that should get more attention.
Yeah. If there's only one keyword to describe 2024, so what will be?
I would say 2024 was foundation setting. Not only for Masan Group in terms of our businesses and trajectory for growth, but in terms of the country. We have emerged from a period of weak consumer confidence towards an environment where our people are more positive about their outlook. And from the business environment, including foreign investor, strategic and financial, everybody's looking at Vietnam again.
Yep. And one of the big news about Masan Group is the group has launched a roadmap for its IPO next year, 2025. Very big news. And could you share more details about how the group prepared to ensure the successfully launch IPO for the IPO?
Sure. So at our AGM this year, Masan Group announced that it is considering, amongst many financing options, a listing of Masan Consumer, our subsidiary. And the board believes that an IPO is a great possibility because it would potentially unlock significant value in terms of letting investors know more about one of our best performing subsidiary. It is a business that has been growing double digits for many, many years, leader across many different categories, and getting Masan Consumer from the upcoming exchange into the main board, Jose Exchange, would allow it to get the recognition it deserves and provide us much more financial flexibility in general. In terms of how we've been preparing for it, we have advisors. We have been working a lot on our ESG report and IFRS financials, and also been much more active engaging with investors. So Masan has been telling our story, and hopefully people could appreciate our consumer vision.
Yeah. How about beyond the IPO? I mean that the post listing stage, how does Masan Consumer prepare to fully leverage the potential of MCH in the capital market?
Sure. We, the work is not over after we list the company, right? Certainly, we believe the consumer business is still has a lot of room for growth. Our vision is to not just be a seasonings and instant noodle business with some beverage. Our vision is to be a full FMCG platform. And for us, we believe across categories, there's a lot of room for growth, including seasonings where we're already dominant. We will have higher growth in beverages and home personal care. And another inspiration for us is how do we take Vietnam culinary culture to the rest of the world? And as a leader in the Vietnam food space, we would like to be the ambassador for Vietnamese food.
Yeah, with a very great task to have to achieve. With MCS revenue growth accounting for over 55% of the group total revenue and an extensive distribution network. And so, what strategy does Masan have to explore further IPO opportunities?
So you're asking if we're listing any other companies? I think, again, I need to reemphasize the IPO is an option that the group is strongly considering and preparing for. So we can't say anything that's guaranteed because everything is subject to market conditions. That being said, that itself is a lot of work. And so I think I will defer from committing or talking about any other IPO. As an organization, we've been very public talking about our strategy to simplify our organization. So that means selling non-core businesses and focusing in our strength, which would be the consumer retail space. And there we see growth not only in the consumer business, but our retail business has been doing well and now is profitable. Our Masan Meat Life has also been growing well and reported third quarter profits. And Phuc Long Coffee and Tea, we're still growing. So a lot of businesses that we run and own has had a great 2024, which is why I say it's been a very foundation-setting year for us, although we do believe 25 would look better.
Yeah. So how has Masan transformed the narrative of 95 million people and a strong domestic consumption demand into a real competitive advantage in global capital market?
So if you're referring to our capital raising abilities or how we have engaged with investors in the past, I think one thing that we're very proud of is a track record of making our partners money and being truly win-win. The other thing is we are very proud that most investors who work with Masan tend to come back. And so the likes of TPG, KKR, they've done more than just one deal with us. But I think at the same time, the group can do better in terms of communicating our story, which is why, this year and going forward, Masan Group has enhanced our IR activities. We're doing more reports to have a very robust ESG reporting system. And as a result of that, I think hopefully we get rewarded by investors and it's reflected in our share price.
Now we're talking more about a transformation. Everybody, every company or government, they talk about transformation from digital transformation, green transformation. But how about with Masan? We would like to dig more your talks on about the transition from a consumer goods manufacturing group to a high-tech integrated consumer ecosystem. How are your idea about that?
There is a lot of efficiencies that we can achieve if we digitalize our entire supply chain. That's one example from how we make things, how we distribute things. And separately, digitalization also means information. One of the advantages of being a retailer with a membership program that now has around 10 million members is that we have information that could inform us to develop better products, understand our consumer, and personalize the offerings that we have to them. And so at Masan, we've built out our own AI team, data team, and we are investing in systems so that we could be better and leaner operators. The other thing that we have too is that we have scale. So imagine today we have nearly 4,000 point of sales with regards to the Winmart mini market format. We have a reach of 350,000 point of sales from the general trade channel. So that offline network will also complement anything that we would want to do online. And I think today with the largest consumer and the largest retail businesses in Vietnam, there's a lot of synergies that we can deliver.
with the available resources, and besides what you share, what are the next steps that Masan will do to remain the leading position in the market, especially very competitive?
Yeah, so I think across the board, I think our investment in technology will be important. Our investment in people and developing talent would be critical. And we need to continue with our strong understanding of consumers. So there's a lot of discussions around, new categories, innovation, etc. But at the end of the day, we want to focus on consumers, and and they vote with their wallets. For Masan, we're going to continue to grow our retail presence in modern trade, and we're going to continue introducing innovations that consumers trust and love.
Yeah. With all the plans that will be the keyword for 2025, don't tell me that it's IPO, besides IPO.
Again, that's something that's part of the list of many options we're exploring. But 2025, I would say for Masan Group, back to basic, right? That's where value is. You will see a simpler organization with regards to what we do and who we are, consumer retail focused. And we will have a balance sheet that I also believe is much easier to understand. And with that in mind, that means that hopefully that results in shareholder value creation.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.